Hey guys, how's it going? So this video we're going to be talking about TAT. I was so wrong about TAT. I thought TAT was going to go down further because I was looking at the earnings report and I wasn't very impressed. And no, I guess right now, all the PR and the fact that a lot of investors and retail investors and well, it's 100% retail investors in this. There is Debbie Chang. I don't know if you can say that as a retail investor, but that's a big investor. I'm thinking that there's some big money involved in with TAT, and they believe in the TAT story. If you compare it to a cigarette company, you could say that TAT has a lot of future potential, but at the same time, they do have some problems. What is their problems? Their problems is you know, their online store sales. That's the reason why I sold out of TAT, because their online store sales wasn't very impressive. It didn't sell very well. It like kind of just it how do I say it? Like my assumption when I bought into TAT was they were going to do extremely well because they're attached to the internet. The TAT online store can be shipped all over the United States. I thought, and then they had that trytat.com, and I thought that a lot of people would try their product and then order their product, and then their online sales would just skyrocket, and the sales would go through the roof. But that wasn't the scenario, and the CEO, not the CEO, well, the management of the company is talking about how they want to be, they don't want to, they want to grow their retail presence and not really focus on the e-commerce. But e-commerce is the profit margin is so much better. You don't have the retailers taking a profit. You don't have to you don't have to ship the products to the retailer. All you have to do is, for online, the consumer pays for the shipping. The consumer pays there's no middleman. So it's like besides making the product, it's basically 100% gross profit. There's no middleman, and there's no shipping cost because the consumer pays for the shipping cost. So and the fact that their product is light, it's easy to ship. So I thought the online store was gonna blow up because you go to the trytat.com, you could send you a free pack, and then people could reorder it, but people didn't reorder it. People tried it, and then after that they didn't reorder anything, right? And I thought, but who knows, maybe the retail sales will go bonkers, and in the future, they can do 10, 30, 40, 50 million, $100 million, $1 billion just from the retail side. It could take years and years for them to achieve billions of dollars of revenue from the retail, but it's possible. But in my opinion, I think a lot of people might try TAT, but I don't think they're gonna come back and consistently buy the product on a consistent basis because there's no nicotine, there's no addiction. Why are there might be some people out there like, oh, I'm doing it for the CBD fact, or maybe they're trying to quit smoking, but that's so low. Like, all the people that tried, that I gave the tattoo, they never I want to buy some more. I want to go to the store and I want to buy some more. How do I get some? Like, nobody came back to me and be like, hey, can I get some more of that tat stuff? No, because people don't care. People will try it once, maybe, and then after that, either they like it and they will try it they will buy it on a consistent basis, or they'll just stick with their nicotine cigarettes. So that's my theory behind it. TAT right now is still speculation, in my opinion, because we don't know how well the sales are going to do with the retail. it might, it might be popular for like a little bit, but if people don't come back and buy it on a consistent basis, the retail will eventually stop ordering, and sales will go down. And if sales go down, so will the stock price. And right now, TAT is 100% retail because there is 0% institutions. It's traded on the OTC. It's traded on the Canadian Security Exchange. So this is 100% retail. And then, there's also the Debbie Chang and I guess insider management. So, we'll see what happens. But, if we look at TAT, right? They're traded on a market cap of $482 million. They make $1 million of revenue. High Tide, right? It's traded at $460 million market cap. And they're traded on the NASDAQ. So they're traded on the NASDAQ. They're in the MJ space. They're in a space where, people will, I think, is a growing market. And, they have potential, like if rich people pump their stock or retail investors pump their stock, I think the management would make really good use of that cash that they would get. Like for example, GameStop got billions of dollars from issuing shares at a very, very favorable price of like $160 to $200. If High Tide has that ability to issue billions of dollars of of money at at very reasonable stock prices, I think High Tide could be the biggest MJ company in the world. But that's not the scenario. So, but hey, I'm just saying, right? But I'm just saying that TAT is worth more than High Tide, and they're not even traded on the NASDAQ yet. And High Tide, how long before TAT will match the revenue of High Tide? Could it be a year from now? It could be 5 years from now. Could it be 10 years from now? Who really knows at the end of the day? But we know that TAT will continue to grow the revenue. I mean, not TAT. Well, TAT will probably continue to grow their revenue, but High Tide at the same time, right? So stocks are worth as much as investors are willing to pump the stock. And I guess all the PR is working. Like Blaze Capital's covering them, and Passive Income Investor, and Rich Live TV Live, JP Media is covering them. So there's a lot of people that talk about the stock, and thousands of investors can make TAT pretty valuable. TAT stock is very valuable right now at almost $500 million for a company that barely makes $1 million of revenue. Just saying, I mean, they're probably going to be making next quarter, they're probably going to be like $2 million, and quarter after that maybe $5 million. And then a quarter after that, maybe $10 million of revenue. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Only time will tell. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub and like and everything else. And hope everyone has a great day. Bye.